Hey there guys, it's Salis, and welcome back to Salis' Less Than 3. And welcome to Evoland, brought to us by Shiro Games. This is a game I fell in love with the second I saw it, and I immediately had to buy it, and I played it, and it's amazing. And I figured with Evoland 2's relatively recent release, and I will play Evoland 2, because I want to see what it'll do, because allow me to dive in and show you why I love this game quite as much as I do. As you can see, our current screen is literally just a thin strip. You can't move left, up, down, or anywhere other than right. And now I've got the left key and 2D movement. Yeah, this is one of those games that pops up every so often just to highlight how games have changed for the better and indeed sometimes for the worse. And I love it because of that. I've got basic scrolling, so I can now move to another screen. Hooray! And you may notice we don't have any sound. That's kind of an important thing, because sound, back in the days this game is aping with its wonderfully grid-like movements and pixels and all this wonderful design. Games didn't really have sound all that often. I mean, we're talking back to like the Atari 2600, where some games just did not have sound. But we've now got sound effects. Hey, check out those sound effects. Very basic. Very, very basic. Lovely. And if we get this chest, we get smoother scrolling, so the game scrolls with us. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, this is one of those games I love because I'm old enough to remember half of this shit, and it is nice to see the changes in games. Hooray! Now you can kill the evil monsters and cut down bushes. That is very important. No, I don't. Ah, yes, that's it. It's, I'm playing this with a controller. It does work really well with keyboard and mouse, but I'm playing it with a controller because screw you. Well, not because screw you, because, let's be honest, it's aping old RPG type games. I got monsters! Hooray! Now, at the moment, there is no health bar, so it's instant game over. I just thought I'd show you that. Because I am an arse. Can't continue. There's no saves in this. Let's just get to where we were. Yeah, again, this is something that the old games did. They would kill you for no reason, Sierra. And you'd have to start all the way over from the start. I mean, if we're going back to the old adventure games, there were even parts in the game where you'd think you'd made progress, and then it would just say, nope, sorry, you forgot to pick something up on the first screen of the game. It's now the 23rd and you can't go back. Screw you. But yeah, that's something old games used to do a lot. But like I said, this game does try to evoke all the evolution of video games up until the present era-ish. I say ish because there we go. No, now we got music as well. And I love this as well. Listen to this music. It's so good in the ears. Oh, that is retro. That is retro, ladies and gentlemen. That is retro in a nutshell. Can't cut down a cactus. That kind of sucks. What have we got now? Save points! Okay, now we've saved. It means we actually have the ability to continue if we die. Now, you'll see that as well a lot in the game. There are stars to pick up because it is always stars, and cards. And you'll notice the game is called Double Twin. That is a reference to the Final Fantasy VIII game Triple Triad, where you basically made monsters out of cards out of monsters, or made monsters into cards, whichever. And here we go. We're into the colour era now. 16 colours. Lovely. And yes, they are just as vibrant as they were on the NES and old 8-bit consoles. I never had an NES, I'll be honest. I didn't get one because I'm from merry old England, and we'd had the cheap home computing revolution a few years before the release of the NES, so we had like the Commodore 64 and the ZX Spectrum. I've still got my ZX Spectrum down the garage, and I'm currently working through a mission of collecting all the old 8-bit and 16-bit home computers. I've got quite a list to get through, but so far I've got in storage the ZX Spectrum, obviously, the Commodore 64, the Atari ST, the Commodore Amiga 500, but that's just me nerding out. Anyway, I can't do anything with this stone. Oh, kill the bat, kill the evil bats. You die in one hit in this area. That's not good. What we want is we want to evolve our games. And how do we do that in Evoland? By finding chests with the evolution bits in. Not just the ones with stars and cards. What's this? Ah, yes! We get story mode! Yeah, this is the world of Evolandia. Don't ask, this story kind of falls by the wayside once you upgrade it a little bit more. But, like I said, this is the original Evoland, and it shows off all this wonderful evolution in video games. However, there's now Evoland 2, which I will get round to playing. I swear to God I will get round to playing that and finishing it. But I'm racking my brains as to what they're going to do with Evoland 2, because Evoland's entire shtick was pointing out how games have changed over the years. I mean, we've gone from like the old black and white home consoles to what looked like NES graphics. I mean, it would be nice if Evoland 2 evoked more of the 256 colours we've got up in the world. You'll notice the grid is now gone. Near enough. Things have evolved. Save. Always important to save. Save early, save often. See, ever taught me that. Yeah. It'd be nice if Evoland 2 were to, say, look at stuff like the old 8-bit and 16-bit computers, because back in the 80s when those things were around, that's why you save early, save often, people. All of them had very, very different capabilities. And it was the different hardware created vastly different games. What's this one do? I got a sign panel. Hello, Mr. Sign. This path is reserved for agile adventurers. Of course it is. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, all the old home computers had vastly different capabilities when it came to hardware, and especially when it came to stuff like for example, do you remember when people used to say, oh, the SNES has better sound than the Mega Drive and all this stuff? Yep, free movement, I can now get through small gaps. I'm no longer limited to the up, down, left, right, 4 cardinal directions. Die! Die, you evilton! Yeah, these guys are assholes, especially if you activate both at once. Haha, sucks to be you. Yeah. But do you remember when people used to say, like, the SNES had much better sound than the Mega Drive or Genesis? Well, it was very much the case that that was par for the course with the home computers as well. Because you get games released for, say, the Atari ST that were so vastly different to stuff on the Commodore Amiga. Ah, random encounters and turn-based battles. Now, if you don't know what this game is trying to evoke at this point, it's basically Final Fantasy, so let's attack that thing. As you can see, I am question mark. That'll come into it a little bit later. There we go. And I got 50 gills. I wonder what fish I pulled those off. But yeah, the only thing I think Evoland 2 would do really well is if it tried to show off the differences in those capabilities. I mean, some games were very, very lazy back then. Like, there's a game called Nightwalk, which was released for the Atari ST. Not a great game. Absolutely awful. But it showed off how lazy developers can be. Hey, got some Mode 7 in this. I remember when that was a big thing as well. Mode 7, jeez, that's going back. Yeah. But in the Amiga port, all they'd done was taken the assets of the Atari ST version and added better music. Oh, I got place names. Check me out, I know where I am now. Right, there's 4 of these guys now. Asshole guys. Still die in one hit, remember. Which is a bit unfair at the moment, because these guys are... These are tanks. Right, just make sure there's no chests around. Oh, I can quit. Oh, I'll walk through a save point. Whoops. That is the limitation of the save system as is. You save automatically by walking through it. I was very much one of these people who preferred the active save thing. I mean, even in like Ocarina of Time. Ah, a chest has appeared for defeating those guys, so basically that's a switch. Hey, look at this. We've turned that empty grassy plain into a village. And what's important about villages? There are lots of things to see and do. However, as it stands, we can't go into anything. Maybe there's an upgrade we need to find. So let's just wander around here until we find the ability to enter houses. Excuse me, just coming in to rob the place. Oh, hello. I got the innkeeper. Yes, we've started adding NPCs to the world. Check this out. It is wonderful to go through these games and, well, go through Evoland and see how games have changed over the years, because some of the stuff you can take or leave, but a lot of the stuff you pretty much find to be mandatory these days in the wonderful world of gaming. I got the shopkeeper. Hello, Mr. Shopkeeper. Sorry, the National Sword Association does not allow us to sell weapons to children. Yep, yes, this is very, very evocative of its era, where you play as an adventurous child. I wonder if there's going to be a reference. Ah, look, I got an NPC. At last, someone to talk to, or not. Sorry, I don't speak to children. Yes, I wonder what this could possibly be going on about. Stop bothering us to go play with the other children. It's very, very anti-children, this game. So, let's see what's in here. Okay, I got a talk card. The only thing I do have a problem with Evoland is, later on, I don't want to spoil it because I want you all to play this and see exactly how good it really is. Children should go to bed. Yeah, as I was saying. Later on in the game, it does get a little weird. Because what starts out as this wonderful celebration of old school games and how they've changed and all this, showing off the majesty that is gaming. Yes. Yep, see, that's the kind of save I like, the active save, where you actually feel like you've had to do a thing. But anyway. Yeah, later on it gets a bit more into being its own kind of game, because I think it realises that there's only so much it can do given its own parameters. It's trying to show off all these evolutions, but the core mechanics of, say, an RPG or an adventure game, whichever one you want to class this as, I like to class it as an adventure RPG. Hello. Adults are not funny, they always complain about us children. Yes, they do. If only I could eat the growth seed. I would no longer be a child. The seed I found here has fallen down the well. Ah, a clue. I'm too scared to get it back. It's dark down there. Right, let's go to the well. But yeah, it would be interesting to see what Evoland 2 does with all this. Right, now, which way was the well? Ah, here it is. Enter the well. Be careful, it's very dark down there. Yes, I do. You got the secret places. You found a strange seed. Do you want to eat it? Yes, it might be drugs. Hey! I am now an adult. And my sword animation has changed from a poke to a slash. That's good. It's always good when things evolve like that. So yeah, that was very clearly an Ocarina of Time magic aging ability kind of reference. Right, now we can go and speak to the shopkeeper guy. What I'm concerned about, however, is... Ah, welcome to the adventurer shop. Please spend all your money here. Thank you. No. I can buy a rare card for 500, but I think I'm going to go with my long sword. Yep. My attack power has increased. That's important. Because this is where the game starts getting a little more questy. So we've done all the village stuff. There are quite strong monsters in the caves ahead. We won't let you pass with your current equipment. Oh yes, I forgot to get full upgrades. Okay, fair enough. So let's go back to Mr. Shopman. Buy some copper armor. I can't afford it. So what do? We do the thing that you always do in Final Fantasy style RPGs. You go out into the overworld and you grind. And you'll notice now that we are much bigger in the world. Right, we're going to attack this guy. Oh, look at that one shot. And there we go, 50 gills. That should get me my armor and I can advance to the next area. Right, shopkeeper guy. No, that's in. That's the inn. That's the inn. This is literally as fast as you move at the moment. Because, like I said, we haven't evolved fast movement yet. Right, we're going to buy some copper armor. You got equipped. You're now ready to fight stronger monsters. We're not that well equipped though. Because you'll notice still no health bar or anything. It's still very much a one-shot kill thing. So let's dive on into the world and see if we can find another upgrade. Oh, hello. Monsters. Right, we're going to attack the bird thing. I don't know why we needed to get the armor, because we are still one-shotting these guys. And I got 100 gills for that, so that's good. I got a forced fight. I heard someone calling out for help. Okay, we're going to fighting 3 Skaven. Yes, I'm pretty sure that is supposed to be a Warhammer reference. Because look at them, they're like rat men. And kill it! Nice! 180 gills. And oh, look, we have a friend! I need the crystal in the cave to save my hometown. Will you help me? Of course I will, because you have no option. I got the forced choice. Now, this is brilliant. I love these little things in old RPGs where you can enter your own name. Mostly because I exploited them immensely. I mean, sometimes you just put random swear words in, but for the sake of the video and for the sake of keeping it nice... Right, we need to find the crystal. You just appeared out of my chest. That's not weird at all. Its power can change your perception of the world. And with that, you can fight the evil that threatens my village. By the way, I just noticed that I forgot to ask your name. Oh. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. It's such a hard choice. Yeah, fuckhole sounds about right. You got a name! The girl finally noticing you're an actual human being. And on that, we're gonna leave it here. If you have any passing interest in the history and evolution of what we now know to be video games, I would strongly recommend going out and checking out Evoland. And I will probably cover at some point Evoland 2, because it looks like the kind of thing that I could really get behind. I mean, the whole Evo bit of this is brilliant. And it would be nice to see what kind of things Evoland 2 does with the whole thing. Right, we're going to heal. Because she's essentially useless in combat. But she's a great healer, and that's really handy. Especially if you want your fuckhole secured. So, thank you all for watching. And until our next visit to games I really love, I've been Salis, he's been Fuckhole, and we'll see you next time.